Today, we're talking about how to use Trading212 for beginners. There is way too much information covered in too many videos on this topic, and I want to break it down into bite-sized chunks that you're able to learn this system and be able to buy a stock for the first time today. 5 years ago, when I started this journey, I looked at videos on YouTube and a lot of information was put into these videos, maybe too much information. It made me yawn, get confused, and I just got hit by a firework. But basically, it's how to teach yourself how to get that company and be an owner of a company, to get that share and receive money from that company every single 3 months. And I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. Inflation at the moment is really high, and more money is getting taken out of your pocket every single day. More money needs to be put in your pocket than in someone else's pocket. So we're going to break it down right now. So welcome, rock up, and let's get started. Being in the thick of trading my time for money and seeing friends doing the same thing, the main struggles that people go through, and understanding that life is about creating your future and a better future. So investing in yourself first, then you can invest in other companies as well. So before we start, is your money safe in Trading212? The short answer is absolutely yes. It is backed by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, the FCA. They will back your money up to £85,000. Now, it's a global brokerage. It started in 2014 overseas, and it's come to the UK, and it's one of the biggest brokers now. Now, I always say, do your due diligence and speak with a financial advisor if you're unsure with any financial way of investing your money. If you have the confidence to follow me and go on this journey, I will teach you the steps that you need in order to build your future one block at a time. And if I had this video myself 5 years ago and the knowledge that I know now, it would have been a whole lot easier for myself. But I've learned the lessons the hard way. It's taken me 5 years, and I want to pass that off to you guys as simple as I can. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Do your due diligence, look at companies. Now, I will give you the basics of what a company is and how to invest in it, but I want you to obviously look and figure out how to invest in that company and why you believe in that company. And we'll go through that through the video. Let's get started on the next step. So when you get on Trading212, you're going to look at the countries and pick your country for your residency. We're the United Kingdom. So the next step is to look at the accounts that are on Trading212. These are the 4 main accounts. We're going to focus today on the main account, which is the stocks ISA, because it's a tax-free 20,000 ISA limit that you are allowed each in every single year. When you're on your account, they'll ask for more verification, which will be your identity. It will be a passport, driving license. They'll also do a face scan. I hope that you filled in the information that Trading212 wants you to fill out. Obviously making sure that you've answered all questions honestly. This form you need to fill out in order to save tax buying foreign stocks. Application has been verified. You'll be, on to the next page where they'll basically have a pie chart. Don't worry about that, not for now. And then your deposit of your money as well. Well done. You did it. Right, when you get onto the main and shares ISA, you're going to see the top that says stocks and ISA. There are the 4 other main accounts, but we're not talking about them today. Underneath that is the money that you've invested. So there's £56.32, and it's getting invested at the moment, and the return is 91p on that £56 in the last 24 hours. Now, on the right is the cash that you've got in to invest the money, which at the moment I've got 0 because I've invested all my money in, and the section underneath it is the allowance left. So that's £19,998.89. That's how much I'm allowed to, have a tax-free threshold. So I can put up to £20,000 tax-free every single year. And that applies to all UK wrapped ISA products. So stocks and shares ISA, I'm allowed to put £20,000 per year tax-free. Now, underneath is a section for the top movers of the companies, like the companies that are moving the best, what I'm watching at the moment, the top winners, the top losers. Now, there's always a winner and a loser. Most traded, US greats, UK greats, so on and so forth. So you'll see some really big companies in here: Rolls-Royce, BP, Barclays, National Grid, Shell, Tesco, AstraZeneca, Games Workshop, if you like them little Games Workshop things. So that's the first section. Right, as you get to the second section, you're going to have the value of the money that you've got at the top, what your total return is, and the rate of return of how much % you've made your money back. Now, underneath that, you've got an AI analysis. This is a brand new system. It just generates basically a Word document explaining how your portfolio is doing. Could be good, could be bad. It could tell you over leveraging in a certain area. So that's a really good system to have in place. Underneath is the ISA allowance again, the 20,000. I will explain over and over again, but it's really important because it's the best thing for tax. Your cash that you have to invest, which at the moment zero, and the investments that I have in there, which is the core at the moment I've invested. Now, when you're investing in your companies, obviously you've got to believe in your companies and do your due diligence always. Right, as you're on the third section, again, it has the same sections of, every company, most traded, most owned, most bought, big tech, EU defence, all these different sectors for buying businesses. Also, top movers, new on Trading212, most popular ETFs. We'll talk about ETFs in a different video. They're very good for new investors. US great stocks, UK biggest stocks. You'll just see again all the stocks, the same as in the home page where you can see them. They're in the search bar as well, and you can search for your favourite companies. For instance, let's do Starbucks. There we go. So on the next section is a community forum, which is really, really popular. You can see what's new, different people invest in different things. So you can search communities. So if you want to talk about Tesla, you can join a Tesla group and explain, why is it struggling, and deal with other people struggling in the same section, because you've all bought the same stock. Which is really good. You can literally get so much information from this community forum. So once you've done that, you go to the next section, which is the 3 bars. Now, with the 3 bars, just wipe that out the way, you'll see at the top is the 4 main accounts again. Again, we're still on the stocks ISA. Underneath is get free shares. Now, you're not eligible for free shares until you've made enough money and invested enough money, but you can give it to other friends and you can both win free shares up to £100, which is good. Don't worry about interest on cash. That's for the cash ISA. When you go into manage funds, you'll see a deposit button at the top and a withdraw button. So you have your accounts up there, and your withdraw up there as well. So you'll put your credit card or debit card on at the beginning, and that'll set it all up for you. Now you can do recurring payments as well, payment methods, withdrawal requests, and you can move funds within your main accounts. Now you don't have any other accounts at the moment, just the stocks ISA, but I have the invest and CFD as well. But if you go back, you've got videos on how to invest, dividend investing, stock investing, technical analysis as well. So that's good knowledge to learn as well when you're on the platform. Economic calendar, ignore. Price alerts, it's good to know what the price of the stock is currently valued at. If the market's dropped and it's dropped 4%, then they're going to notify you. And if you're following them companies, it's going to be really good. History, now this is really good. It shows the orders, what orders you placed, what dividends you've got in place, and also the transactions as well. So withdrawals and deposits and the interest you make on the money. Now, the main point is the dividends that we want to talk about, because what we want to do is we want a growth stock but also we want a stock that has dividends. Now, dividends pay you every single 3 months. There is 4 quarters in a year. So there's obviously March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So you've got them 4 months, and you get a dividend off the companies that you invest in and the right companies you invest in. Now you've got to obviously check them stat boxes like I've been saying through the video, because that shows what kind of percent return you're going to get on the dividend. So as you can see on mine, I've got 1%, 7 pennies. Starbucks give me 12p. British Land give me a penny, 3 pennies. Cummins give me money. AstraZeneca gives me money. You know, Aviva, Diageo, PepsiCo, just a lot of dividends. It's really, really good system. Right. Portfolio transfers, don't worry about that. Obviously in the settings section, you can edit your language, notifications, trading preferences, privacy and security, and your account stuff. Help center, if you have any questions. The contact us page, so you can contact them if you've got any queries about your page as well, about your account, if there's any issues. Back to the community forum and the about us, obviously Trading212. Now, at the bottom is a really, really key piece of information, because I want to show you how to invest in a company, watch how many shares you get, and also what dividend you get. So I'm going to do that on the next slide. So I'm going to show you exactly, with a calculator next to me, how much I could invest in a company for and what my dividend's going to be, and also how many shares I own of that company. So I'm going to walk you through that now. On this account, you're going to go back to your pie, and you're going to go down and look at, obviously, your investments. You've got no investments at the moment, but what I want you to do is to invest £10 or £20 or £50 into your account. So I would deposit the account with the 3 bars, go to manage funds and deposit money into the account. When you've gone back, you're going to go back onto the pie. You're going to see you've now got money, cash at the top, on top of your investments, and now you need to use that cash to invest. So we're going to go to a company. So I'm going to pick one right now. So let's see, Tesco. I'm going to do Tesco. Famous, popular shop in the UK. Shopping. So the cost of the stock is 457.2p, which is £4. Well, £4.57p. That's how much per share it is. Now, if you buy one of these shares at £4.57, you get a dividend yield of 3.13%. Now, that is really, really good, but if you look at all the stats in the last day and the last 52 weeks, it's at a very high buying price. Now, it's up to you whether you want to buy it, because you're going to get a dividend regardless. So I would say always, when you're buying stock, to buy stock. If it's high, buy it. If it's low, buy it. If you believe in the company, just buy it. So, like I said, dividend, upcoming events. The next dividend's coming on the 25th of November. And like I say, you're basically buying it £4.57 a share. So if we work out how many shares you could buy for £20, let's just go back to calculator. Now, if they're £4, if you have, let's say, £100 to invest, so you've got £100, then you divide it by how much the share price is, which is 4.57. So what you're going to have at the end is how much it is, how many shares you get for your money. So with Tesco, you're going to get 21.88 shares of Tesco. Now, they're going to pay 3.2% for the amount of stocks you own, the amount of shares you own in that company. So, and with that, obviously the price of the stock can go up and it can go down. But if you believe in the company and it's going to be here in the next 10, 15, 20 years, then I would just keep buying it. It doesn't matter if it's high or low. And with the 21.88 shares, you're able to basically hold on to them shares
and then use them. And if the price goes up again, so let's say they go from £4.57 a share to £6 a share, you just do the opposite of dividing. You times that now, the amount of shares times by £6 a share. So that's now £131.29p. So you've made £31.29p on a £100 investment if the stock goes up by £2. So that's, see how amazing and quickly that is. So when you're investing in stocks, this is just obviously Tesco. Make sure to look at them stats. Make sure to look at the cost of the stock at the current moment, and also just make sure that like you're looking at these important documents, because they're the key metrics for figuring out if the company is worth putting your money in. But the other thing to do is obviously look at news, and if there's any bad news with the company or good news, make sure to write that down, and if there is bad news, you could buy the stock at a cheaper price, which is in total really, really good. I always say, like I say, when there's blood in the street, start buying. So with Tesco, I would buy that stock. I'd buy 28 shares of that stock, 21.88 shares, sorry. And I would then invest the money consistently and just keep buying shares of the company, because the more money you've got putting into and invested with the company, the more they can grow as a company as well. So it's really, really important to be an owner of a company than to just be buying its products.
I hope you've got through this in one piece. I hope you've learned something, and thank you for watching my video. Now make sure to like, subscribe, rock up, and have a great day. Bye now.